Shadowrun returns! We also are returning. Hi everyone, you have found What to Play Next, where we bring you everything that is awesome in gaming. This, as previously mentioned, is Shadowrun returns. Oh, it's keyboard and mouse. My goodness. The Dead Man Switch. I decided to play as the Jerk. It's generally a male character that I play who's a, techno-wizard. Your plane hits a sea tarmac with a jolt. Welcome to Seattle. The chilly northwest rain obscures your vision as you step onto the tarmac. Before long, you're sitting in the cramped backseat of a cab, following the signal from Sam's locator chip into the heart of the Redmond Barrens. Organ grinders, a legal shop for body parts, whether from the living or the dead. You're hurting bad enough for $1 million. That's a monetary unit. This is the place to sell a limb or an organ. It's also a good place to dispose of an inconvenient body while making a little cash on the side. This franchise is the closest thing the Barrens has to a morgue. It seems like this is where Sam Watt's body has ended up. You open the door and are assaulted by the smell of death and bleach. Shadowrun was incredible. It took over for Dungeons & Dragons by fixing it into the future with cyberpunk. So instead of being this alternate dice topic like the Dark Sun was, or another fantasy realm like Greyhawk was, they really just decided to own it and pick it up a notch and do Shadowrun Universe. Hovering over the recently departed is a small dwarf whistling a tune. His broad grin says, "I love my job a little more than you'd want or expect from someone in the chop shop trade." As you approach, he looks up with a lopsided grin. There's something kindly in his eyes, though it might just be a stray reflection of chrome and surgical tools. So if you've been seeing the recent uptick in D&D activity and you're curious, this is a great place to check in on it. We're going to try and do a Shadowrun and just take you guys through a module so that you can see what that adventure looks like. Sorry, didn't expect any visitors at this hour, and some a-hole like corporate took my receptionist. What can I do for you? The coroner. John Dresden, the organ grinders branch manager here. So yeah, that makes me this franchise area's coroner too. And you are? You're about Sam Watts. I represent a man named Sam Watts. Interesting. A dead man makes for a strange client. Why? What makes you think he's here? Get a locator chip. Well, you're right. He's here. Not too many people know about the murder yet, though. The press hasn't caught wind of it yet. Haven't caught wind of it? What with it being all the way out here in the Barrens? Sam did. When his heart stopped, I don't think that I need to tell him about the money. If I find the killer, I get paid. I got sent a recorded message asking me to bring his killer to justice. I guess he had a hunch. That's a safer pick. RPG is interesting, whether it's tabletop or whether it's an automated module like this. Dwarf raises his eyebrows, a smile wiping suspicion from his face. The Dead Man Switch, huh? Fascinating. I was working on him earlier. He's over here. So great isometric, really beautiful, like stasis, but just a lot less intimidating. Having a DM personalizes the experience, and you're able to actually interact with other people. You can go online and do that here. Obviously, you would use a headset. Here's my second Emerald City Ripper victim. The third one was downtown. Ripper. Not my title. It's what the Seattle press insists on calling the killer. All I know is that, like the original Jack, our Ripper knows how to handle a scalpel, but this one's even more twisted. He or she always removes an internal organ. What prize did he take? Lot's liver. The first victim's heart was missing, and the third had the spleen removed. So they have their own jargon, they have their own dialogue, and they have their own races. Dresden, get out of here. Fulski. Trolls are considered cursed. The biomutations that make up Shadowrun, they're brought on by our addiction to technology. And the elves are considered kind of blessed because they are very beautiful. It kind of beautifies the humans that they twist. Trolls are less than happy. They wind up super strong and a little bit ornery. Towering over the diminutive coroner is a homicide detective right out of Central Casting. If you ignore the tusk, pointed ears, and Neanderthal brow, you can smell his cheap aftershave a mile away. So this new Ripper Vic, what? Name's familiar. Didn't his mother kill herself a while back? Darn. So you insisted at the time. She offered herself. I had on very good authority. Let's go, Dresden. Give me something to work with here. The Ripper case is my ticket to Lieutenant's badge. Already posted everything I know. The killer stuns the target with a combination of drugs and magic, then removes a single internal organ while they're still alive. Ew! The perpetrator is most likely right-handed with a slim hand that knows its way around a scalpel, so maybe an elf. Has a decent understanding of human and metahuman anatomy, too. So the other one might not have been human. I'm looking for a whacked-out surgeon. Not necessarily. I don't know any surgeons who still use scalpels anymore. Today it's all done with computer-controlled lasers. It could be anyone from the military field surgeon to an antique medicine aficionado. You're no help, dwarf. The Lone Star detective finally notices you. You know his superhuman powers of observation. Who are you? None of your business, Slumpy. Interesting, so I'm short a little bit on what it would take to throw my weight around. New in town, youth welcoming committee. The nobody who didn't hear nothing. Are you a detective on the case? If you're new in town, then let me be the first to tell you that I run the show. If you get my way, you'll end up back on the slab. You risk losing information every time you make a decision in a module. It's a risk that you take no matter what. If you decide not to follow a path, if you decide not to talk back to somebody, if you decide not to question somebody, if you decide not to go to a tavern, you risk losing information, but you can die. Or you can start a fight where you lose a comrade or money or time. It doesn't get me more. I'm putting someone in a cell or a box this week, claiming my promotion. So I lost a little bit of information potentially there. He might just be terse. I might not have been able to talk to the surgeon afterward if I had continued my conversation with him. So it's always this gamble that's really interesting about the genre. You always make friends that easily. I'm great at dinner parties. You're really gonna work for the dead man. Sam was there when I needed him. A job's a job. At least street justice. Interesting. McCluskey isn't interested in anything but himself. He made his own mother, but meant another 10 in a week in his paycheck. Plus he's on the take. You have honor after a fashion. Try to honor the dead in my work, so we have that in common. On the take. With Sam, yeah, see, so we, like, okay, so we can ask about Sam's mom. The organs, scalpels, where Sam was killed and on the take. Sometimes you get cut off, so you can drop a conversation. You don't know, but someone with some major pull has been looking out for McCluskey's career and wallet. He might just be a favorite. The official report is she committed suicide about a year ago. Aren't you official? You don't buy that. My name's on the report, but my actual findings left some doubt. Can't say it wasn't suicide, but there were unusual bruises on her upper arms, and she didn't use her dominant hand to pull the trigger. I was told to drop it. The whole healthy body can be worth a bunch in the end, but individual organs, not worth much anymore. With all the synth or cyber stuff on the market, organ grinders only deals in the recently deceased. There's plenty of other chop shops that aren't as picky, though. They don't care where the body comes from either. Doctors still learn how to use them in first year, and so do coroners. Neither profession uses them much. It's possible some of the slimier chop shops still use scalpels, I suppose. I wouldn't know where to look. Where was Sam killed? Karma gained? Bad question. I'd be able to do you one better. Why don't you poke around those body lockers in the back to see if you find anything useful? I'll go do that. Do you know the murder site or not? A sly smile plays across his face as he turns back to his work whistling a tune. D&D or modular characters are very interesting in that they tend to use non-verbal cues, which can be indicated by your DM or by the narration of the module. So you get a whole lot of interaction that you don't necessarily run into in the real world. It's one of the things that makes D&D so cult, is the fact that they like to have that sort of sly approach to things. A cold storage door opens to reveal a fully filled body of a man, arms folded across his chest. In addition to sporting some of the brightest orange hair you've ever seen, the body seems in good condition. Whoa, easy there. Holy crap. In one quick move, he jumps down from the drawer and stands before you. For someone who just woke up in a morgue locker, he seems unfazed and pretty well put together. A spotted data jack drilled into his temples, some shamanistic tattoos peeking above his collar. An interesting combination. I told John to wake me up at 6. Is it 6 yet? Doesn't feel like 6. Didn't expect you to be so alive. Dresden thinks he's pretty funny. You're not the first person he's pulled this one on. So much for a good night's sleep. On the plus side, I noticed you haven't killed me yet, so that's good. Aaron after me, what's the story? Latest Ripper victims, you know him. What are you doing in the morgue drawer? Looking into the death of Sam Watts. Sam, huh? Glad somebody cares. We used to drink together every now and then down at the Union. Decent guy, always in trouble over something. John, is this lady cool? She's on the level, working for Sam, believe it or not. Some sort of dead man switch. Bet you could help her out. Maybe even stop moping around the shop all day. Thanks for volunteering me then. My name's Jake. Call me the jerk. Nice to meet you. Well, it sounds like you're taking a dive into the deep end here. John's right. Might be able to help you out. I was with Sam the other night of the murder, poor guy. He was hanging out at the seamstress's union that night, tripped out and rowdy. Been laying low there for a few days after a bad run. Miss Kubota asked me to throw Sam out, so I did. But out in the alley, some gangers got the jump on me. Maybe I need some soy calf after all. John, can you grab me a cup? Get your own cup. My hands are dirty anyways. What's wrong with this intestine? Your loud squelching sound. Thanks, John. You're a real pal. Anyway, there's a big fat cork bounty on my head. My last job didn't exactly go according to plan. Out in the alley, a few Halloweeners got the jump on us. Damn gangers. Always thought they could turn a quick profit off my head. Jake smiles and get the impression it didn't work out so well for them. Sam stumbled off during the fight, though. It's the last I saw of him until he turned up here dead on arrival. Reminds me of my last day in this place. Done this before? Long story, I end up in the morgue more often than the average guy. Jake's a regular, should have started a rewards card. A few more visits to get a free night's stay. I'll hold you to that, John. Anyway, they found Sam's body less than a block from the Union, missing liver and all. You look like you could handle yourself in a fight. I could use some backup, settle the score with them. Leaders got the whole gang searching the Barrens for me to get rid of them. In return, I'll take you to the place where the Sam was murdered. It's not safe to hit these streets alone at night, trust me. Maybe I'll throw in some decent supplies. It's nice to have someone watch your back. I do like a bit of... I'll just take the high road here. I get it. Gotta be careful in this trade. I'm not the one to go back on a deal, though. John can vouch for that. Plus, you know where I'm hiding out. Doesn't leave me a lot of room to sell you out. What do you say? I get paid. Guess I'd say the same in your shoes. Here's a cred stick with 1,000 yen and your name on it. Let me dust those gangsters. Hard bargainer, 1,500. You better be worth it. Good for the fight if you're good for the money. I've been hiding out since that run-in, whining bunch of gangers. This stretch of the Barrens is their turf. I'm surprised you even made it out to this morgue in one piece. Very funny, Jake. You can sleep in the dumpster tomorrow. This shotgun. You like the subtle approach, huh? Try this cannon out. Tell me more about the gangers. Their symbol is a flaming jack-o'-lantern. You wouldn't like their version of trick-or-treating very much. They're led around by a troll named John Paul. He's got all the Halloweeners and the Barrens looking for me. Take him out, maybe we can breathe a little easier. Ready? Follow your lead. They're not looking for you. So we picked up Sam. We can snoop around a little bit, but there's not going to be a whole lot going in. Medkits, stuff like that. You open up the area as you wander, a little bit like in Warcraft. It's really a satisfying feeling. You can see where the openings are in architecture, gang symbols, that sort of thing. So it's a fascinating isometric. Really, really talented guys. Put a lot of effort into these to make them come to life. So, I mean, 2 thumbs up. We love it, you love it, everybody loves it. So, we love that you're along for the ride. Link in the description below if you do ever want to play along. Shadowrun is a great time. Also down there is Gamer Grind. Gamer Coffee ships you, or you can logo put on merch. It's around here somewhere. You can buy the Pirate Queen logo. Also down there is all my social media links. So buy this chick coffee at KOFI. $1 make me smile. Liking, subscribing, commenting is totally free. So hit us up. Hit subscribe, hit the bell, and if you're following us on Shadowrun, you'll see the little thumbnail pop up when the next one's up. You get one daily, it just lets you know what we're covering. We want stuff that did something in gaming. So I go through the indie community. We have a great indie community on Twitter, one on Facebook, and then obviously I do occasionally get rando Steam keys, etc. I've beta tested since I was 12, so. We find something that has a very different game mechanic. This definitely brought it. Like I said, Stasis Bone Totem and Stasis were Kane also were the other ones that did that, and they had Atmo, but it was a thriller, so really, really different from this. It's awesome if you want to check them out. They're also on the channel. You can use the magnifying glass. Either way, hit subscribe, hit the bell, hit the notification. Let us know if you're loving this. Let us know if you want more. I usually wait until my numbers hit the double digits, and I know that you guys are burnt out on the run. But 6 days out of 7, we do bring you something new for 5 days out of 7 sometimes, if we're running a couple of different campaigns. We love you guys. We're trying to hit 10K so that we can stream live. Tell your friends. Stay safe. Game on. We will see you in the next video.